on potential Iranian retaliation on the U.S. homeland. A senior U.S. law enforcement official says Iranian-backed hackers may be behind an attack on more than 30 water systems in Minnesota. This person who's familiar with the FBI investigation says the analysis is still in the early stages, but it has all the hallmarks of Iranian-backed hackers, all as the Middle East remains on edge. Here's the latest video from CENTCOM just in, showing American jets taking off and new strikes against Iranian targets as well overnight. And with smoke rising over at least one Iranian city, Iran's military says 3 of its soldiers died during a separate attack. Now, Tehran threatening to punish the U.S. And some third-party countries are also getting caught in the crossfire. Egypt confirms that a drone attack set fuel ships on fire in a port in the Mediterranean, one of them U.S.-owned. So those developments, as our team has learned, President Trump is exasperated with his own top officials. That according to an ally who spoke with him. And that person tells NBC the president did not intend this to be a long, drawn-out war, but here we are with the war now in its 6th month. NBC's Monica Alba is at the White House for us. Monica, what are you learning now about this possible cyber attack in Minnesota?
Well, the forensic analysis, Tom, is still very much in the early stages. But what is significant here is that the FBI is acknowledging that there is an investigation into this, and they're going to take a closer look. And it appears that the cyber attacks likely took place earlier this week on Sunday and on Monday. And the FBI right now is taking the lead on this, but they're working with state and local partners as well as other federal agencies to try to get to the bottom of this. And they say that they are already in contact with victims to resolve the matter in a statement. What's interesting, Tom, is that the FBI and other agencies across the federal government had been warning about the possibility of something like this as recently as July 22nd in a bulletin that went out. So this is clearly something they've been tracking very closely and will take a very close look at before they can say anything determinative.
Yeah, I've talked to cybersecurity experts for 10 years who have said that Iran is building up that kind of capability. Listen, our source is also telling us the president erupted at a meeting with his national security team last week. What's going on behind the scenes where you are?
This is really a moment in which no one can agree on the best path forward to get out of the war against Iran, to find an off-ramp, or to really come up with an exit strategy. According to multiple sources familiar with the discussions that are going on behind the scenes at the White House and throughout the government, as they really try to figure out whether this is going to be a time where we're going to see a military escalation or whether the diplomatic peace path is something that's still going to be pursued. But most notably, Tom, we did learn about a meeting in which the president did yell, shouting some expletives at top national security aides because of his growing frustration, and he has grown increasingly impatient with his options. But we should say that the White House rejects that description and says the president is very happy with his team. For now, he is the ultimate decision maker on Iran. Tom.
Monica Alba at the White House. Thank you, Monica.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.